Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Weird Law Bullshit Corner, where we go through the wonderful world of Spider-Man comics, picking one event that happens which is really weird and talking about it a ton. Jack's been doing the research, I've been kind of like in the situation, so we're just going to see how it goes.
Just done the research. Henry was also there.
I was also there. I did some very good sitting, I was very supportive. But yeah, we're going to be going through some weird comic shit. I have no idea what's coming, but we'll see how this is going to go down. So this is Weird Law Bullshit Corner. I'm Henry, this is Jack.
Hello.
And yeah, what are we talking about today, Jack?
Well, I think you know this guy, because this is actually one of these things that I've brought up before.
Okay.
Like, I think we spoke about when we first did Weird Law Bullshit. The kind of reasoning behind it was like, this is the kind of stuff that I would just send you and be like, look at this bullshit. And I'm pretty sure I sent you this, but it was so long ago, you might have forgotten.
Possibly.
And you definitely don't know the whole story, because I didn't know the whole story then.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to just walk through some of this, and I'm pretty sure at some point you're going to guess where I'm going.
Okay.
First of all, this is an event that starts with a villain that isn't in Spider-Man the Animated Series.
Oh, no.
It's Sandman.
Oh, okay.
We're not doing a Weird Law Bullshit on Sandman.
Okay.
Because Sandman is actually quite a good villain.
He's neither weird nor law nor bullshit.
I mean, he's kind of weird.
He's already bullshit.
I guess in his first issue, Spider-Man like defeats him by hoovering him up. And that's kind of weird.
It's kind of
bullshit. But just as a general backup, because we wouldn't have covered this in another episode, because there's no reason to really talk about Sandman when he's not in Spider-Man the Animated Series. No. Sandman, guy called Flint Marko, radioactive test gone wrong. He accidentally gets sand powers. He's a villain for a while. At first, he's just kind of a thug.
Yeah.
He obviously gets into the Sinister Six and everything. He ends up being in part of the Frightful Four as well, and like kind of being a villain to the Fantastic Four for a while. But eventually, the thing that actually makes Sandman cool is that he eventually kind of becomes a hero, effectively, because he kind of has a turn. He wants to reform. He struggles to get out of the criminal scene.
Yeah.
And he kind of goes back and forth a bit. He actually becomes an honorary Avenger at one point.
What?
Yeah, but everyone's been an Avenger, so it's not that sort of high profile. Okay. It's not like the movies.
Where like Tony Stark like christens him going out an Avenger. So.
Yeah. They should have made him do that with all 400 characters.
My arms are so tired.
Simon, who the fuck is this guy?
This is an asshole.
But
I can't reach Groot.
But it does make him a compelling character eventually. But way before he has that sort of dramatic turn and becomes more of a good guy, like a struggling good guy, he is still just kind of an asshole. Which takes us to The Amazing Spider-Man 217, which is in 1981, which is written by Denny O'Neil with art by John Romita Jr. and Jim Mooney.
Okay.
And this is like a very bizarre duology of comics, just a couple of comics.
Yeah. A weird kind of almost lore.
Yeah. And this is like one of those stories which I think is mostly forgotten because it didn't really have an impact on much.
Okay.
It is definitely, in the same way that someone like the Kangaroo, it's just kind of, it happens and then everyone's like, whoop, let's just pretend.
Let's just like sweep that under the rug.
And then although it's even less so because this doesn't ever come back. Unlike the Kangaroo, who had a resurgence.
He's not bouncing back.
No.
There's not multiple like iterations of this.
Okay, so I think you're going to get where I'm going with this immediately.
Okay.
But this is like within a few issues of the introduction of Hydro Man.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I know what this is.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, don't spoil it for our humble listeners out there.
Unsubscribe, stop listening now.
Warning.
Okay.
Start of this issue, as we covered in our previous episode, that Hydro Man episode, we spoke about the origins in a few episodes back, and we spoke about how, like at the end of the animated series episode, it ended with Hydro Man sort of evaporating and it raining, and it's like, maybe he's still alive.
Okay.
This issue starts, basically, Spider-Man's just had to like save this guy from being assassinated. He's kind of on the outs. And Hydro Man just appears out of a water tower. And
of course he fucking does.
And he explains that he's mixed with the rain and he's come back together in this one barrel. And he just breaks out and just starts like beating up Spider-Man. Spider-Man's kind of already been beaten up, so he's like, what the hell? And then Hydro Man just leaves immediately. Meanwhile, Sandman is drinking in this bar called Duffy's, where it's just like a dive bar with like a bunch of criminals in it.
He's drinking like Duff beer.
And he's reminiscing about last time he got his ass kicked by Spider-Man. Oh, it's actually this time where he got beaten up by both Spider-Man and the Namor. Because they had a team up and he got his ass thoroughly kicked.
Like, Namor's like an asshole, but he'll kick the shit out of you, he feels like it.
Yeah, and he's definitely way above Sandman's league.
Yeah.
And he's just talking to this woman there called Sadie, who's kind of like a girl he has a crush on,
Yeah.
and they're like, you know, getting all intimate and talking, and he's talking about how he got beaten up by a fish man.
Sandy and Sadie sit in a tree. C-A-H-F-I-N-G. Because he's made of sand.
What did you say?
C-H-A-F-I-N-G.
Oh. Sorry, that, like, didn't work on me because I don't know how to spell. Second time round, though.
Yeah.
That's good.
Second time's a charm.
They're talking, and outside, Hydro Man just comes out of the gutter, and he's, like, looking for Sadie.
Of course he comes out of the gutter.
He comes out and he goes into this bar looking for Sadie because he's like, he needs a place to crash because he's homeless, I guess.
Get on this bottle of water.
Yeah. Yeah, sleeping... Just find a water barrel and just sleep as water.
I feel like his, like, autopats aren't really explained, so...
Does he have to concentrate?
When he comes back at, like, as rain, like, where's he been? Where does he go when he's, like, evaporated?
I don't know. It sounds like a horrifying experience to have your consciousness split across...
like, several billion particles.
I think the answer is don't worry about it. As is often the case in Weird Little Bullshit.
With Hydro Man, especially. It's like, yeah, whatever. It's not important.
He comes into this place. He sees Sandman with Sadie embracing. So he enters and just, like, sucker punches him. Or sucker hoses him, I guess. He just, like, starts...
Surprise splashes him.
He starts splooshing all over the place.
Oh my god. Fuck Hydro Man.
And they start fighting, basically, and it's kind of evenly matched. But then Sadie's like, whoa, let's call a truce. And then for some reason they agree, and they just walk along the street with her. And...
oh no.
And then Sandman's like, oh, I'll steal you this TV. And he, like, steals her a TV. And then Hydro Man just, like, takes this lady's coat off her and just gives her this coat.
Oh,
and
God.
she's into it. She's like, yeah, this is great.
Oh, no.
Because I guess Sadie is a piece of shit. And
Sadie's just an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, everyone who hangs out in Duffy's is a jerk, apparently.
Yeah.
And then they start, like, walking off arm in arm.
Oh, no.
And it's a bit weird because it's like they're kind of going off into this, like, freeway situation
Please
where
tell me this doesn't end in a three-way.
neither guy, like, kind of wants to be there, but they're kind of there because they like her. It's very awkward.
It's okay because it's in a three-way.
You say you don't want this to be a freeway, but I mean, it kind of is.
Oh, no.
Spider-Man overhears that they were seen fighting together, so he goes out looking for them. The bartender says, they left with Sadie, I know where she lives. So he heads there, where they've already got pissed off each other again and start fighting. Spider-Man comes to break it up, which is a really funny bit where he rolls Hydro Man up in a carpet and says, I'll give you a nice carpet to splash in. Maybe you'll accidentally clean something. Which is one of the greatest Spider-Man singers.
Shit talks from Spider-Man of all time.
But then Sadie, like, isn't happy with Spider-Man wailing on her boyfriends. So she smashes a lampshade over his head.
Yeah.
Then Hydro Man knocks him out the window. There's like a freeway fight outside. And then they realize that, hey, wait, we both hate Spider-Man. So they team up and fight Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, like, drops some crates on them to, like, kind of slow them down. But they're both kind of, like, unstoppable villains when you think about it.
The forces of nature.
At one point, they start fighting by the docks. And Spider-Man, like, tries to, like, he's like, I don't know what to do in this situation. So I've just got one last bet. And he makes a crack about Sadie.
Oh, no.
To get them both pissed off. And they both jump at him. Spider-Man jumps out of the way.
Oh no.
Which is this panel of them just like, they both just like head first just whoomp into each other. Or actually, for to chump, which is a very
mechanical sound.
Yeah, it's pretty strange.
Yeah. For like a water and a Sandman. It'd be like a kind of like a sploosh. Not a sploosh, but a sploosh.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, we need to workshop that, don't we?
Yeah. Put it in the episode notes afterwards.
At this point, you know, Spider-Man jumps out of the way and they both, like, tumble into the water together.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man's like, what the hell, I can't see them. Oh my god, are they hurt or whatever? But then something comes out of the water.
Oh no.
And climbs out of the water. At which point, Spider-Man looks up and sees this gigantic, sandy, muddy creature.
Yeah.
This lumbering thing together, and he realizes that these two men have combined into one being. This is what...
Dragon Ball Z fusion.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z fusion. This is what it looks like. Just showed Henry what it looks like as it's climbing out of the water. Spider-Man's like freaking out, obviously. No. And that's the end of that issue. So it's a cliffhanger. Resolved in the next one, issue 218. Which starts with Spider-Man seeing this big monster, but it just kind of like stands there and doesn't do anything. But then Spider-Man, is weird phrasing, but he's like, yeah, it's going to probably continue pounding me. So he sets up his camera to film it.
What? Seriously?
He sets up his camera because he's like, look, it's a giant monster.
I'm going to get pounded by this monster on camera.
Yeah, exactly. And then he starts picking up crates and throwing them at it. But the monster's like pretty strong and just kind of ignores him. As it moves, it's like getting bigger. And when Spider-Man tries to attack it, it kind of like just swats him away. Mm-hmm. And at this point, it seems to have like limited intelligence. It's kind of like just a lumbering monster.
It's like a sandy man thing.
Yeah, and it doesn't really seem to like shape change in the way those guys did, but it's just like this big clump of something.
Oh god.
It's just lumbering along, and Spider-Man like gets swatted aside and knocked out in one hit.
Fuck.
And when he wakes up, it's gone. So he goes to the Bugle and shows the photos to JJ, and JJ's like, you just have these dark photos of like a big blob silhouette. Like, this sucks. I'm not giving you any money for this. Meanwhile, this blob, which now comes to be called the Mud Thing.
The Mud Thing.
Which is the name of this episode now.
It's the Mud Thing.
The Mud Thing breaks into Sadie's apartment and kidnaps her, because the one sort of thing it remembers is
Sadie.
We love Sadie.
Oh no.
So it grabs Sadie and takes off with her. Spider-Man sort of turns up, but then Sadie's like, no, it loves me. Yeah. It doesn't want to hurt me. No one like hurt him. And then the police hold off. And then there's hard cut to a week later. Matt Murdock.
Oh, god damn it.
Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, for those not in the know, the blind lawyer, crime fighter by night.
Yeah.
No,
blind lawyer by day, crime fighter by night. Not a blind lawyer, crime fighter by night. In the daytime, he's just some dude.
Yeah, he just sits on his couch. Like, why don't I plan this better?
Yeah. My work schedule is so intense for no reason. Need my 8 hours, man.
Yeah, it's a good point. It must be really tiring to do a 9 to 5 and then go out and work out for like 6 hours and then get 2 hours sleep.
So we call work-life balance.
Yeah. Anyway, Matt Murdock has been hired by Sadie and he's in court speaking to the judge, working on her behalf, but by extension on behalf of the Mud Thing. And this is when this is his argument, which is, I've just got the full quote because it's just great. Is, we contend that although the persons known as Sandman and Hydro Man were wanted criminals, since they have melded together, they constitute a new individual. And that individual is innocent of any wrongdoing. And the judge agrees and releases the mud thing.
What are you talking?
Releases the mud thing into Sadie's custody.
Oh my god.
This happens in like one page. It's crazy for this late, because sometimes crazy stuff would happen very quickly in like Stanley first 100 issues sort of era. But this is 217, like...
They have enough time to know whether or not this is insane.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a crazy idea.
Stanley on that shit.
As soon as it's released into Sadie's custody, an agent called Travis Rave approaches Sadie and is like, have you ever considered show business?
Oh no!
And Sadie is super into this because she's like, always want to be a star. And she's like, yeah, let's do this. Hard cut to a week later again. A lot happens in a short amount of time. A lot happens in a week.
How do you arrange a trial in a week? Hold on.
Yeah, trial for something that's completely unprecedented in all law.
Yeah, and Daredevil's just like, yeah, I'll do that. Shit, why not?
He's just taking the wildest shit, isn't he?
He needs to work badly. Also, the murder must be failing.
I mean, he must be a good lawyer if he made that happen.
Yeah.
Managed to get 2 criminals pardoned at the same time, despite them turning into a rage monster. Anyway, a week later, Spider-Man's he's had his own personal life stuff going on in between this, but he's just swinging by and he realizes that there's a show on Broadway and it's opening night.
What are you talking about? So they made a Broadway play in a week.
It's not really a play. I don't really understand what this show is, to be honest.
The point is, they made it in a week.
Yeah, they made it in a week, and...
with a fucking mud thing.
Mud thing. Not to be confused with man thing. Who is made of mud?
It's made of swamp shit. I don't know.
Man thing is a swamp thing made of mud, but he's neither swamp thing nor mud thing. He's man thing, and mud thing is... I don't know. I guess he is mud. Sand and water is mud?
That was the most confusing sentence in history. I'm not even sure it was English.
Yeah, I just said a lot of...
mud. Oh my god. Okay, so Broadway.
Yeah.
We're on Broadway.
Spider-Man sees this, so he's like, well, I want to get some photos of that. So he goes to JJ and he's like, can I go take photos of this? JJ's like, yeah, whatever, go. Just get like better photos than last time. So Peter goes along, and then on stage, I don't know what this show is because it's like basically Travis appears on stage. Travis Rave
is the
iconic character, Travis Rave.
Yeah,
and he appears on stage and he's like, "Welcome everyone. Here's our amazing wonder to show you. It's the amazing mud thing." The curtains drop, and it's the mud thing and Sadie on stage. There's like women around them that I think are like dancing. It's kind of unclear in the panel, but I don't know what this show is. I just think it's just like, look at this big thing
on Broadway.
Yeah, and they've also got people behind the scenes that like got hoses like squirting it with water because they add water and it like makes it even bigger. So it's now like even before it was like say 10 feet tall or something. Now
it's like 20 feet tall.
Yeah, it's like massive. And they've also put a little cape on him. Like, oh, here's a photo.
Oh, no.
And he's just standing there, like, I'm a weird mud thing, look at me. And I don't understand, because this might obviously draw parallels with... Well, what do you think this draws parallels with?
I was going to...
What classic story?
It's like a bit like Dumbo, a little bit.
Oh, it's a bit like... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to even say. I will see when this comes up.
Because I feel like the connection, I'm going to make the connection very quickly.
Yeah. Everyone's like shocked, everyone's like amazed, and they're like, wow, this was a success, I guess. Not that like people would take a photo, put it in a paper, and then there'd be no reason to turn up to this show anymore.
Yeah. How did they get it on Broadway?
I don't know, but then Sadie heads off stage, and because she's like, yes, this is an amazing show, she grabs the agent, hugs him, and they kiss.
Oh no! Oh no!
The mud thing sees this, and then its eyes start glowing red, and it gets mad. You like groaned at the same time as that, like engine. So she just probably made it sound like you had this crazy power.
Like guttural, like, oh no! But the symbiote from Venom took over me for like a small... Henry, stop this podcast, Henry. Then I keep going. He says, partly regretting it.
It breaks out of its restraints and goes on this rampage through the audience.
Oh god.
And starts like, everyone's running away. Peter changes into his costume. He drops a curtain on it so that people can like get away in time. And everyone's like freaking out. And then it grabs Sadie, smashes through the wall.
No.
Once it's outside, it grabs onto a skyscraper and starts climbing up.
Oh, obviously Godzilla is what you were referring to.
That would be so silly if this whole time Godzilla's like holding a little person.
It's a metaphor for like nuclear war.
Nuclear war is stealing our women.
Yeah, it's taking our jobs and stealing our women. Go back to Japan, nuclear war. Go back where you belong.
But wait, we're Japanese. This is confusing now.
So, go back to America? Go back to Pearl Harbor? No.
Go back to the sea. Nuclear war.
Where you belong.
Go back to the sun. Anyway, it goes on this rampage. It climbs up the skyscraper. They send out all these helicopters after
God,
it as
serious?
it's climbing up, holding Sadie.
Oh my god.
But it pretty quickly dispatched, actually, because unlike what you might expect...
Godzilla. This is what we're referring to.
They just drop gas bombs on it. But these gas bombs, like, dry it out.
Oh, no.
And so it dries out and just, like, immediately, like, becomes rock hard and then, like, becomes, like, sand and crumbles.
Okay.
So it climbs up, like, halfway of this skyscraper and then just like crumbles immediately. Sadie is dropped. Spider-Man catches her. So technically Spider-Man didn't really do anything to like save the day other than just saving a woman.
Yeah.
And
he probably should let her die. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, she's not exactly the best person.
I feel like keeping her alive is gonna make things like hard on him moving forward. You want to end this ordeal now.
Well, this is maybe why you're not a superhero. Because you're like, yeah, she's kind of a jerk.
You're kind of an asshole, and you seem to set that mud monster up, so, like, we'll let you die. If I just dropped you. Whoops!
So, he swings in and he saves her, and then all this, like, rubble has just, like, sort of hit the street.
Yeah.
And then the NYPD just come in and they just sweep it up. And they just dump it in the truck. And then at one point, Sadie's like, what are you doing with them? And then the cop is like, oh, we're just putting it in the trash. So they're just basically just sweeping it up and collecting and putting it away.
It's like, does it rain? That's stupid.
And then this is the point where Spider-Man goes, this reminds me of a movie. And then he's like, yeah, it's just like King Kong.
Yeah.
And then this
Spider-Man is wrong.
And then this is when the agent comes in and says like, hey, I don't want anyone talking about movies because I own the movie rights to this. I'm going to be making a movie of this whole ordeal.
Are you fucking kidding me?
As long as you're going to sign up Sadie. And then Sadie, who's like in tears and freaked out because she almost died and both her lovers died at the same time.
Yeah.
And she's really upset. And so she angrily like storms off in tears. It's a great moment for her to slap him, but she doesn't, which is slightly disappointing.
Yeah.
I know it's a cliche, but I'd like the slap.
Yeah.
But so she just storms off in tears and it's like, fuck you. And then the guy's like, oh no, I don't have the movie rights anymore or something.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man is just like, oh yeah, what is it they say in that movie? It was Beauty who killed the Beast. But I guess Beauty didn't get off too well either. And then that's the end of the issue.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's going to be much more to this.
There's not. Much later, well, not much later, I'm not sure exactly when it happens, but eventually Hydra Man and Sandman just separate because they get taken to the dump. And then just that whole situation has sort of ended now. They collapsed. They just over time separate and then go on to have their separate adventures. But this was the brief time where they came together and became Mudthing.
Yeah. Oh, is that it?
Yep. No, that's literally it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the end of Mudthing. It was a 2-issue series. The only other thing I would add is that there's an entry for Mudthing on the Marvel database.
Yep. Okay.
And And it's like so funny, and this is what I initially sent Henry, which must have been like 2 years ago or something.
It was a long ass time ago.
Yeah, and it's just I sent this because I came across it and I was like, this is weird, and then I just read through this Wikipedia entry and I'm like, it's bizarre because they obviously have to have all the attributes and everything, but they got to do this attributes of this creature, but someone's done this and they must be taking the piss because they have real name Mudthing. Aliases, Mudman. Relatives, Sandman Fusey and Hydroman Fusey. Base of operations, New York City. It says he has a secret identity and marital status, single.
Well, there you go. Hasn't made it official with Sadie yet.
And this is like the best thing about it is gender, male.
Okay.
Eyes, white.
This is too much information. We don't need this.
Hair, no hair. Skin, brown. This is the cap to it all. Unusual features. Body is completely formed out of mud. And then also it says, in the notes column, it says, as both Flint Marko and Morris Bench were American citizens and single, it can be reasonably assumed that the Mudthing was as well, though it may not have been aware of the fact. So presumably the Mudthing was an American citizen. But it didn't change citizenship. But
He's got a passport.
Again, the legal ramifications are kind of confusing. Does he need to apply for like a new...
Technically, it's like immigration, isn't it?
It's just immigrating from non-existence.
Yeah. Go back to the void where you came from.
Anyway, that was a short one because it's only 2 issues and this never comes up again.
It's also intensely stupid.
Yeah, but we had to cover Mudthing at some point, and this is kind of, I'd say, a big reason why I wanted to do Weird Lore in the first place, and a big reason why we wanted to do this podcast in the first place is because we'd find this stuff and I'm like, I need to share this with you, and our conversations about it were fun. So
yeah,
so it's a landmark episode of Weird Lore Bullshit Corner.
This is like the prequel to the whole podcast.
Yeah, and much like Star Wars, the prequel is coming after the sequels.
Yeah, we had to go back. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me just process.
Any more questions, which I won't have any answers to?
No, I don't have any questions.
But I knew I had to do this, and I knew that I had to do this after our Hydro Man episode.
Yeah, that's a good call.
But it's a very embarrassing event for all involved. I just find it so...
Even for Hydro Man, who has, like... He's plumbed to significant depths.
Yeah.
In the comics.
I just find it so strange that they have this story, and you think, okay, you've got this water villain and a sand villain. It's kind of a similar power set, but with different sort of elemental forces.
Yeah.
Bringing them together. Oh my god, what if they combined and fused? That's like a comic booky idea. Yeah, of course you would do that at some point.
And they just didn't get past the conceptual stage.
Yeah, they literally, it forms and then it chooses not to fight Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then immediately goes into King Kong.
Yeah.
It's so like...
What is the logical, like... There's no point in...
Hard cut
to
hard
King
cut
Kong.
to King Kong.
Oh my god.
Especially since that...
Even Siri's getting in on this shit.
I don't understand why that happened. Yeah, so it's weird because it captures Sadie, and you think, okay, this is where the face-off happens. Sadie's like, don't shoot it, and the Spider-Man's like, okay.
I don't shoot it.
And then there's 2 panels, which is them in court. And it's not Mudthing in court, it's just Matt Murdock talking to the judge, being like, yo, this is a new being, so new rules. Then the next page is like Peter Parker like trying to get a date or something. Then like a page after that, a week has passed, it's on Broadway, it's now wearing a little cape. It's such a strange way for it to go, because I don't know if I would have made this a Weird Lore as much if it was just a case of like those 2 fusing and then fighting, because that's just a regular comic book storyline, to be honest. It's a little silly, but comic books are silly.
Yeah, it's like if the Sinister Six kind of came together and they had like a bake-off.
Yeah, it's so strange.
It's so mundane, and you're like, not even how do you think about this, but why would you think this? what kind of car accident were you in? You're like, this is the logical thing to do in a comic.
Yeah, so that's Mudthing. There's not really much to say about it, because even when I do this research, I've read those issues, I've done research, but it's just this weird oddity, and I don't really know why. One thing I do know is that the fact that Hydro Man was introduced just 5 issues earlier than this...
What?
...makes me think...
So this is literally the first time you're seeing Hydro Man after, like, his issue.
Yeah, so he's in that...
even less sense.
Hydro Man appears... is introduced into the story by writer Dennis O'Neil, and then he is defeated within that issue, maybe killed, maybe alive. It's a bit ambiguous. 5 issues later, he reconstitutes himself, gets in a fight with Sandman, becomes Mudthing, then disappears for a while and comes back as Hydro Man after all that. But like, the fact that it's so close makes me think that Hydro Man was actually created so they could do this, because Sandman had been around for like almost 20 years.
Yeah.
You know? He's one of the first Spider-Man villains, you know? He's one of the classic Rogues Gallery. So I feel like Hydro Man was just created to do this story. And yet the story...
So this is planned.
Yeah.
And this is what they came up with.
This is why Hydro Man exists. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. That's even stupider.
I mean, it's fitting with Hydro Man that
Hydro Man deserves better than this. I'm sorry.
Does he?
He deserves better.
Does he really?
This is like the lowest of lows. This is like the deepest of shames.
I'd say Sandman deserves better than this.
Sandman absolutely deserves better than this.
Yeah.
That's no question. But
You know,
even Hydro Man is like...
I mean, it is kind of humiliating to be turned into an unthinking monster and then they put a little cape on you and then put you on stage and then your girlfriend starts making out with another man in front of
You
you.
get cocked.
Oh yeah, he's just a cuckold, isn't he?
He's a giant sandy cuck.
Mudcuck.
Oh my god.
I mean, an actual one, like not just like a insult thrown at people who made arguments you disagree with,
He's a
but
literal,
like an actual one.
Literal mudcuck.
Yeah.
Mudcucker.
Anyway, yeah, that's the mud thing.
Yeah, that was a mud thing.
I think I've depressed Henry.
I had to I just sit and think about life for a little bit.
Well, as we introduced in our last episode, I mean, we retroactively went back and graded all the Weird Law bullshit corners that all those little adventures, and we went through and we graded them. You can find out those grades in our last episode, Fool Killer, from a few months back. I think Fool Killer got like an A or something. He got like a good grade, but I got a feeling Mudthing might not be getting such a good grade.
Honestly, I don't know what to tell you.
You got to give it a letter grade though.
Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like watching Sorry to Bother You.
How?
As in, like, I don't know. I'm still processing it.
Oh right. I think that the Mudthing saga has a little less to say about capitalism.
Does it?
I guess it is kind of about capitalism in a weird way. But I was actually thinking all of today about how much I like Sorry to Bother You. So it feels weird to put those in the same context.
Okay, so if we're talking about weird lore and bullshit, this ticks all 3 boxes.
Yeah. It's weird, it's bullshit, and it did happen.
Yeah. Oh my god. What I will say, it's either going to be like an A+ or an F.
I think that we shouldn't be giving this an A+.
This is like, we're not going to get more insane than this.
But you're grading like the character, I guess, which is nothing.
The character is like, it's like less than like,
because if you're giving it A+, you're saying it's better than Fool Killer. You're saying it's better than Gibbon and Kangaroo and all those guys.
How are we finding it better? Is it like stupider and weirder?
Well, do you enjoy it?
It's gonna be one of those things where we'll come back and be like, that was an amazing episode of Weird Little Bullshit Corner. But I'm just like,
well,
I'm a bit broken, I'm not gonna lie.
Thinking about this, like, you've had a lot of fun, like, talking shit about Venom.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't give that movie, like, an A+.
Oh, hell no.
Because you didn't like it.
Fuck that shit, no. I guess from that perspective...
And I will say, just as a comic to read, this is a bad comic. It's not a good comic. It's just funny. Apart from that one line where he throws a rug on him and says, maybe you'll clean something accidentally. That is a good line.
It's wasted on this comic.
The rest is just so strange. Especially since Spider-Man seems to like not give a shit about it. He's just like witnessing all this stuff. Like,
He's like, yeah,
that's
fun.
weird. And instead he's like, don't punch him. And he's like,
okay. Well, we're gonna do something else now.
Yeah.
I think I have to give this an M for mud thing. This does not deserve a grade.
M for mature. M for mature because there was a freeway effectively.
This is explicit content. I have to come back to you on this. I can't grade this.
You gotta give it one.
Okay, so what have we got? We got so what did I give the what did I give Spiders Man?
Wait. I think you gave Webman a B-, Kangaroo a B+.
Sounds about right, yeah.
You gave The Wedding of Doc Ock and Aunt May an A or an A+.
Yeah.
You gave Gibbon a B, was it?
Maybe a B+.
B+?
Or an A- actually, maybe.
An A-? Oh no, it was an A-.
Yeah.
So you've kind of been in the B and the A range for the most part. I think it'll be very weird if this beats any of them. Oh, and then you gave what did you give Full Killer? That wasn't like
That was an A.
That was an A, maybe an A+.
I think I said I'd be surprised if something beats it, but I think I was kind of like very like the AV Club.
Yeah.
But the AV Club doesn't do A+ anymore. I don't think I'm the same.
Why?
Because like I don't know. I remember they had their local logic for it being like
Well, not why did they do it, but why you can grade whatever you want.
Yeah, but like I feel like once you say something is an A+, if you find something that beats it, you can't say it's an A++. And it's
but then if you put A at the top, then you can't say something beats an A. You just have to say A again. It's the same process, right?
But I guess I'm trying to apply logic to something which does not deserve logic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Regardless, what do you think Mudthing's gonna get? We got locked down on a grade. If you are undecided, I don't know why you would rate this a positive grade, and you seem unhappy with this.
I'm just like
you're not like
I'm gonna come back to him and be like that was fucking incredible and I love him, but it's just like the intensity of the stupidity.
Yeah.
It's just like it's a lot to kind of process.
Yeah.
Where I'm like the weirdest part for me is just I knew most of this going into it.
Yeah.
And it still kind of just broke me a little bit.
Yeah, it's because you kind of like, I think I told you a few of these things about it, but It was like, when you're reading it on a Wikipedia page or something, it's different because you kind of assume that there's all this stuff that happens in between. But then like I told you, like sometimes when I go through like comic book origins and Weird Lore, I'm skipping over stuff because I'm just going through the main beats of it.
Yeah.
But with this, it was like, no, this is everything that happened. I just skipped the bit where like Pete asks Deborah Whitman out on a date.
And she says no.
She says no, yeah.
Yeah.
Because she's going on this date with Brad. I don't know.
Doesn't matter. She was going to say no anyway. It's just Peter Parker was talking about. Alright, so this is almost like a full circle thing. It's plumbed the depths of terrible so much. It's actually not come out the other side.
Isn't that what all these are?
That's the thing. Because I want to say, like, I don't want to give this, like, this guy fucking sucks, but all of them fucking suck.
Yeah, but I feel like there's more going on in the other ones.
But, like, that's what makes this one so special.
Mm-hmm.
That it's, like, Spider's Man is, like, it's a bit of weird concept.
That's just funnier to me.
The concept is weirder.
Yeah.
But it does something with it. This does, like, so aggressively nothing with its concept. I had to kind of like give it almost props.
It's like the editor went on vacation.
Yeah.
And then they wrote this and he came back like, what the fuck did you guys do? I leave for 2 weeks and you fucking do this?
Some guy's like dead on the editing room floor. What the fuck happened here?
Yeah, I think, well, I can say that like this won't count because these are your grades, but if I'm grading it, it's getting an F. Or at least like a D.
No, it's an F. This is F territory, but I feel like in the context of Weird Lore bullshit, like it might get like an A, just for like somehow like being like less than the sum of its parts.
For the sake of variety.
Yeah.
And also less than the sum of its parts, therefore an A. What?
Like it's almost like artistry.
But it's not like if I describe a shitty comic to you, you're not gonna like be like, well, that's an A because it's so bad.
I mean, like
Weird Lore isn't about being bad; it's about being weird.
This is weird. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you're not rating the weirdness. You're rating what do you think of this, like in general. No, not is it like I'm rating its badness or I'm rating its like, for instance, like a Neil Breen movie and a David Lynch movie. I'm gonna say 5 stars to Mulholland Drive and
like a quarter of a star.
And yeah, I'm not going to rate a Neil Breen movie because I don't think it deserves half a star. But
That would imply that like 10% of this movie is good.
But I'm not gonna like Neil Breen. Like, I enjoyed that movie. And it was weird.
So I listened to this podcast with Double Toasted, right?
Right.
And they have like ratings going from better than sex to full price to matinee to rental to some more bullshit to fuck you.
Right.
And this is like a good fuck you.
So an F.
I think yeah, probably an F. You think like an F minus maybe that. This is.
I like the idea of an F minus because I feel like it's unnecessary, but it's like kick him while he's down.
You failed, but like even like among the failures, you failed especially well. You were an exceptional failure. That's what I'm putting it. It's an exceptional failure of a comic. I'm kind of astounded that they managed to fuck this up this badly. It's like an open goal, and you're like just put your foot on the ball and put it in the goal, and you somehow like you miss the ball, you slide, you hit your nuts on the post, like your shoe flies off and hits like an autistic child and it dies.
Yeah, and then you say, I meant to do that.
I meant to do that. Do a little dab. Because you're like, yeah. And then like 40,000 people boo you and you're not allowed to play football ever again.
Yeah. Well, I think for your health, you can't
see
that and then be like, I approve.
Yeah. No, you can't prove of like it objectively, but this is an F. This is a hard
F or
capital F, underlined, italic, in bold.
F minus or just F?
This is an F minus.
Okay.
This is like.
Are we doing a scale below F?
I feel like we can go F plus and F minus.
I think we can go like F minus and then maybe ungraded, where you're like, this doesn't deserve to be ranked. You can have that, but I think you should hold that for like something which doesn't give you any joy whatsoever. Because I will bring some stuff which will be weird lore bullshit, but it will also be like, I wish this was never written. Because there are stuff in Spider-Man comics which you don't know about, which is like so bad you're like, you wish you could go and just remove it from existence. And I think you might want to save a U for something like that.
Yeah, good call. I think this might be just like F minus.
Yeah.
Like the hardest F I can give it.
Mm-hmm. Well, on that note, that's the end of Weird Lore Bullshit Corner episode 7.
I'm going to drink some bleach now.
Yeah.
So...
That's a good note to go out on.
Yeah. If I never see you again, podcast fans, this is the episode that broke me. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life now. Oh my god.
We just fade out.
So yeah, thanks for tuning in to that Spider-Man show, the Weird Little Bullshit Corner, where we went all the way to the bottoms of the toilet and we found...
Mud thing.
That's what we did find. Thanks. I have to take a minute. Like, go about your lives.